Oh, dude, that's Fred Nivison. Oh, wow, he's like totally dead. That's super weird.
I do a better clap.
That was a
Is that your
bad
me
one.
impression?
You did
Okay,
do a
I
bad
don't
one.
sound like that.
Hey guys, wanna play Melee?
Is that what I sound like when I do Ludwig to you guys?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
unironically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you can't say because you don't know.
What is going on today? I'm gonna jump out of a plane.
Yeah.
That's your Ludwig.
You talk like
It's
adults.
like deep frying my Ludwig impression.
You're devolving in real time.
You talk like adults in Codename Kids Next Door.
I've never watched that show because I didn't like the main character.
Looked like you.
You talk like adults in Peanuts.
I was like,
Was bald.
Because-
Don't touch me. No.
you had a
I'm
fear
pa-
even
hey,
back
I'm
then.
passing you, baby.
Welcome back to the yard, everybody.
I just
I've got
didn't like
this
that he was
goddamn
Is
cow
that
cup.
cold water?
So
Or is
here's
that-
the thing.
Why is it?
So
it looks foggy.
So I left. Me and Ludwig
like
went.
milk.
He drinks thick water.
Me and Ludwig
like
went
old
bouldering
people.
together, and I left my hydro flask there. I'm really sad.
Did you?
Yeah, I gotta go
Elder.
back. I gotta go back.
Yeah, you guys went and broke a bunch of rocks into smaller rocks.
And
together.
Not what
after we broke all the
bouldering
rocks, I found this mug in our kitchen. And I was like, cool, cow mug. I'll use that.
Uh-huh.
And I'm filling it with water. And then I look under, and I
Yeah.
can't tip it because there's water in here. It's just exposed electronics and batteries
Yeah.
because the cup mixes stuff.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But I was like, I shouldn't be holding this under a sink.
It's supposed to simulate what an actual cow's udder does when you put it in your mouth.
Explode.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shock you?
Yeah.
So,
That's why we can't touch them.
So here's to us
Hey.
in this moment.
To our health.
Hey, to the Knights.
You just die.
Did you enjoy bouldering?
It was really fun. I'm definitely going back.
You're really good, I thought.
I think I was scared because I think the first time I did it, I was pretty good, and then I was like, oh man, I haven't done shit. in
This is
multiple
two more
years.
people falling victim to the smash to bouldering pipeline.
I'm gonna start wearing Patagonia.
That's
and
a
shit.
good pipeline.
That's a real pipeline.
The other
it's like-
pipeline is pedophilia.
Well,
I mean, yeah.
what I'm noticing about everyone's like redemption video is like they all do the same thing. They turn into like aliens, and it's like aliens who are trying to sound like humans,
Dude.
and they're like, hello audience, I am coming with a human apology
they're
for the
all,
humans watching.
They're all the first bad alien from the first Men in Black movie. Like trying to explain
I wish they
themselves.
would do like YouTuber voice and everything, like real fake.
Well, that's part of it, right?
So it's been a while.
Dude. Well, yeah, I mean, in terms of real and fake cancellations, atrioc got canceled as well.
Did he?
Well,
That's not the word. No.
I canceled him.
What?
Yeah.
I will cancel atrioc.
You did not cancel.
for being
no.
a Rossist Randy.
I made my
Grossest.
I put up my bit. I
Uh-huh.
would not have uploaded that video if he had just watched it on his own.
Yeah.
And then I literally said in his stream, "Did you see the video I sent?" He was like, "Oh no, I'll check it out, bro. I'll check it out right now." And then he just like forgets in like 3 seconds.
He just
Yeah.
didn't do it.
And then I'm like, "I'm uploading this on YouTube right now."
He's worse than I am.
Yeah. Well.
Well.
Whoa.
What are you guys doing your H-Check impression?
well,
Yeah.
well, not that bad.
I mean, we were just talking about scheduling things right now because Ludwig is in the midst of, well, show him the peanut butter.
Shit camp. No, I obviously switched.
Wait,
This
but
is-
what's
What
under
are you
that?
wearing under?
I'm in the
Yeah.
middle. I took it off.
You're
So you
no
were
shirt?
nothing?
Shot.
Well,
I'm
show them
wearing your
that.
Shirtless under
Oh,
Oh.
I had a
shit.
shirt- First of all, I had a shirt that I spilled peanut butter on it. You thought that I put a sweatshirt over the peanut
Yeah.
butter?
Yes.
You-
That
I
is a
did.
psychopath.
You thought that too,
Because
right?
he came up and
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
instantly said, damn, there's peanut butter in
Absolutely.
there.
You guys
Yeah.
are psychopaths.
Well,
For
Uh,
thinking that?
Yeah,
You spilled it all over yourself like a baby.
I did. It
You
sucks.
guys-
Butter side down.
Is it weird that you don't have chest hair, or do you shave it off?
I have 3.
oh, I have 3.
Bring in the APC.
Oh yeah.
3 is worse than 0. I think.
PTZ. Bring the AC
are there.
130.
Yeah, I have like 3.
Bring the AC 130.
They are.
I don't
11
grow
streak.
that much chest hair. I don't grow that much hair in general. I'm not a hairy
That's
man.
so sick.
I like it.
That's so sick.
You know what?
convenient.
I have grown to
Yeah.
really love me and my body, including my chussy.
So you never shave your bussy?
You know,
I've
well, you know,
Never shave my butt, no.
at this point, the Kill Ted video will be out
Yeah.
where me and Aiden talk about your chussy. You haven't
Right.
even seen
I've seen it. I've seen
Oh,
it.
you watched it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
watched it.
Yeah, so we have a whole.
You know what I just found out, though?
What's that?
It's not chussy.
Chest
It's
pussy.
chussy.
Well,
it depends if you're in Europe.
we could.
Yeah.
Like you don't call it a bussy, you call it a bussy.
No, you
It's
can
a-
call it a bussy.
it is
People
a
call it a
made-up-
bussy.
It's
It's
mostly
a made-up
bussy.
word.
No, because people say cussy. They don't
Yeah.
say cussy.
They don't say
Yeah,
pussy.
it should be cussy.
I think so it's a long versus a short vowel,
Uh-huh.
and I think English is malleable enough to kind of meet in the middle here.
This
Every
is why they
time
got
we
their
do,
degrees.
we get $20 back right now.
Yeah.
It's like a voucher. We have to email into our
Yeah,
university.
Our college gives us
It's
a
a
coupon.
rebate. Yeah. I am in the midst of shit camp though, which when
How has
this
that been
comes
going?
out,
How is
I
it,
can leak.
brother?
I can tell all
Yeah.
You really can
because it'll all
Well,
be
okay,
out.
This comes out Wednesday, and it's Monday night now.
Yeah.
So careful. Careful, Ludwig under.
Wednesday. I can. Ooh.
Schlatt and Austin are together.
I can
That's
do
official.
some
The
things. for-
crossover small. The
Schlatt
crossover
and
small. Just do it.
Austin
Just leak.
It is.
Have christened their relationship together.
Yeah, they did. They did get a little frisky.
Dude, there was. I saw that grab that Schlatt did.
Uh-huh.
There was nuts in that grab.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was a grab from behind, but
Fistful
there
of
was
grapes?
surely nuts in
He's
there.
been hanging out with too many inanimate monkeys at home,
Yeah.
and he's getting too used to being able to just fondle balls.
He's
Dude,
been
his
getting
name
too
is
used to
his
grab
name
ass.
is Connor. Relax.
All right.
No, it's
Spreadsheet.
been a blast. Really fun hanging out with everyone. Everyone's pretty chill. I did this really. You know when you show someone like a show or something, and it's like a bit of a shot in the dark, but then it's like sick and they like it and it feels good.
Mhm.
I did that yesterday with the most free ball of all time. I said, "Hey, you guys heard of Squid Game?"
Okay.
Everyone there? No. What is
haven't watched
that?
No way.
Which is crazy, right?
It's
'Cause
all
it's-
I'm hearing
it's
about.
All over Netflix,
Yeah.
it's all over Twitter. It's like the biggest show in America past 3 days. First time a Korean show's done that, or any foreign show.
Oh, it's Korean.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And so I brought it up to him. I was like, "You guys heard of it?" No one had heard of it. I've only seen one episode, and so I was like, "Let's watch it." And they're all like, "I don't know." First episode, fire. The pilot. I won't spoil anything. But it was such a good feeling. Because then all day today, they're like, we should watch another
yeah.
episode of Squid Game.
Wow.
Another episode of Squid Game,
you
right?
introduce joy into their lives.
Yeah.
Now,
That's what a
my
creator
question
wants
to
to
you
do.
is: if after the pod you went back and they were all watching it without you, would you be hurt by that?
Have you already finished the?
I
season?
wouldn't be hurt because,
I'd be disappointed.
yeah, no, I would just message him and find out and then just watch it in the car.
Wait, what?
Wait, in the
You're
car?
watching the car?
Like on the drive.
No, don't do that.
I'm
you took a
Ubering.
ride.
I'm
yeah,
Ubering.
yeah.
Oh,
I did
right,
not
right,
drive
right.
here.
Ludwig rented a fast car for his trip,
I rented a Porsche
and
911.
and I was like,
Never forget.
I have this like this idea in my head of just reading a headline where Ludwig is incinerated on the.
I
10.
hate it. I
Yeah.
hate this fucking car.
Really?
Cool.
Not because
Good
I like
purchase.
Porsches are bad or
Wait,
something.
Is it stick?
It is no, it's an automatic.
Really?
Yeah. Most of the cars.
And you still hate it?
I fucking hate
Why?
this.
Why do you hate it?
Luxury cars blow. One, I'm driving through like downtown LA. I feel like a piece of shit
Okay.
because there's a bunch of homeless people and I'm in a flashy, bright,
Hello, Porsche.
disgusting
What-
green.
What did you think it was gonna be
It is
like?
crazy.
No, I know, but it's just like it's different when you're actually there, and it's like I'm not zooming down. I'm like going 20 through traffic. You know,
I think Ludwig was thinking more about having the car at the venue and less about getting there.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about, and I also thought like I'll drive on the highway, and it's like no, I don't think I will use this on the highway really much at all. And so that sucks, right? So it sucks that one I can't like use the power of the car because I'm in LA traffic. Two, I feel like a piece of shit in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then three, it's just not that it's stressful. I'm anxious the entire time.
Isn't driving stressful in general? How is
No.
this different?
I'm like, maybe it's because it's just a beat up Jetta, but when I'm in my Jetta, I'm like, I could crash right now. I look at a cement wall, I'm like, I could floor it into that wall. It wouldn't even matter.
Yeah.
What?
That
No.
makes it.
This
no, this
car
checks
is
out.
worth like this car is worth like $500. It's on its last legs.
Yeah.
The AC's bunk. Everything's
I'm so confused
breaking.
why this makes you feel safer.
Yeah. Why does the Jetta
I'm
make
saying,
you a
I'm saying
nihilist?
I am anxious in this Porsche from everything. Like a little speed bump. I'm like, oh,
It's
like,
50-50
am I gonna
across the
hit
room
it?
right
Is
now.
it too low?
Oh, I get that.
Is the slope
it
going
feels
up?
like
It's-
it feels like you're wearing white shoes in public for the first
Yeah.
time, and you're like,
They're
I gotta
Coke
step
whites,
over
and I'm like,
puddles.
oh god, I gotta be. As opposed to these Croc beaters, where I'm like, I can go
feel you.
anywhere, land
I
and
feel you.
sea.
Do you feel as existentially dead when you drive your Jetta?
Well, I have less money than he does, so not quite.
Dude, you ever see someone with a nice car? You're like, fucking
But
hit
yeah.
me. fucking hit me.
Every
dude.
time I see like a
Hell yeah.
Lamborghini in public, like on the highway in traffic. Like I was driving through LA a couple days ago, saw a really nice Lamborghini in front of me, and they were waiting in the same goddamn line of cars that I was. And I'm like, it's so gross and dirty, you have all these shitty cars around you. It's like, what are you like? I would be just anxious. The car is gonna get fucking ruined by something. Pull into any parking lot, the bottom's gonna scrape on something.
I also don't like the stairs.
You just have no way of enjoying it.
You don't like what?
The stairs. Like I was driving by, there'd be people walking in like a residential area, and people would stare because I got a
the
bright, disgusting
stairs.
green Porsche.
Oh, it's like
It's
is it-
green.
Oh, it's bright green. It's
Okay,
like
well, that's-
it's
I
like
love this
flashy.
idea of
Dude,
Ludwig.
hold on.
I hate you.
Ludwig
now-
online, he's like, okay, I could get this like sedan or the lime green Porsche 911.
Well,
I don't wanna draw attention.
I have less sympathy now because it's like, you could have just gotten a fucking black one, and
Dude,
less people.
No, I
this is just
couldn't. I
Ludwig
couldn't.
not thinking. Okay, this happens a lot. Ludwig doesn't think about something in the future, and then he kind of like arrives at the consequence, and he's like, and that's normal. I think
This
for
is
him.
more a learning experience that I don't like luxury cars.
My
Yeah.
question to you is, when you were picking this out, what was going on in your head? Was it like Steamboat Willie, just like driving a fucking
No,
boat?
I use this app that's like it's like you rent a human's car. That's how it works. It's
Yeah.
called like Toro, I don't know. Something like that, and you rent a human's car, and I wanted it delivered to me, which narrowed down the options drastically.
Okay.
So that was the difference. Like normally you have to like pick it up somewhere. I wanted it dropped off. I was left with like not that many cars, and I wanted a luxury car because I wanted to try one out.
Okay.
And so the actual options I had were not that many, to be honest.
So it wasn't like do 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 do.
No, it was more like what is not a Tesla, because the app was 85% Teslas, and I think renting a Tesla is a mistake.
Yeah. Also driving one because it'll just explode.
This is also funny because
my
the last time friends came over and rented a Tesla, which was Schlatt, they also got a lime green car.
Yeah.
lime green Tesla.
Same app.
Same at what?
Same guy.
He just
Yeah, I got
has
like a just shit ton of
a
lime
lot of-
He's the
greens.
green guy.
Yeah, I'm the lime guy. If you need a.
You guys want one? I have a tree right here.
I'm crazy. Where are you guys going? You want to hang out?
So yeah, that's not my dream car. And you guys know my dream car.
Tesla.
No,
I don't know. Your
Oh,
The-
it's
the truck?
Yeah.
the Mitsubishi minicab.
Yeah, we're gonna get that truck. I'm actually.
That's
this is
sick.
the one time he wants to do
Zipper,
like
pull it up.
make a purchase where we like reach across the aisle and we're like,
I
best friends again.
You said it out loud, and I didn't. I was like, why? And then you showed me a picture of it, and now I'm all on board.
Yeah, I think it's just dope. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Zip.
it's gonna be a
so
pain
Nick
in
can
the
see
butt.
it.
minicab.
What? Tell him what it is again.
Mitsubishi minicab. It's a 1990.
Dude, this
It's-
shit goes.
it's
Yeah,
foreign.
This is so sick.
It has not been imported to the U.S., meaning it drives on the right side of the road.
So sick.
The truck bed
we can
lifts
deliver
up.
mail, Ludwig.
We could deliver mail. That's so true.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just a beauty.
I'm saying this for the first time.
I'm
I'm
at-
not. Am I being fucked with?
Mogul.
No, this is
hey,
serious.
Mogul mail.
Wow.
Imagine going to the PO
This
box.
guy.
In
Let's
this
compete
bitch.
with USPS. They're going under anyway.
Yeah.
Because Ludwig's biggest dream, driving himself to the PO box and picking up his mail. That's what he wants to
Yeah.
do. What am I missing?
If he has,
Did
the
you guys have a meeting without
if he
me?
has the minicab, I bet he'll go
You
every
know
day.
what? Here's what happened. I just saw a guy on TikTok buy it. He souped it up, and it just looked dope. And I was like, "That's a cool
It
car."
just looks cool and it's old
You
and
know,
it's
what we need to
unique.
do? We need to make a TikTok that we don't tell Ludwig about, and it's about like replying to your friends and shit. And then one day he'll be like, "I found this fire TikTok," and I just started doing that one day. Because every
So
fucking
the
thing,
TikTok was like just reply, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
I was like, "Dude, that's cool." So I like ordered 5 of those.
Dude, I saw
It's like a product.
I can't wait. We need another TikTok that teaches you how to use a calendar app on your phone.
Dude, I'm calendared out of my mind.
You're not.
What free version of what are you using of what?
It's like called like Tree Time.
You have Google. We use
That's what I'm
Google
saying!
in the house.
Dude, that's what he told me. He's like, I found this sick app, and I'm like, you could just use.
Here's the thing
GCal.
about my
It's
app.
like downloading a calculator.
Here's the thing
app.
about my app.
It has that.
No.
His calculator app is one that fills half the screen with a casino ad on
Yeah.
the bottom half. And
and he's just like, the leaderboard right now is fucked. They're cheaters, but 7th, he's goated.
If I go to China, I could still use my calendar app, and you couldn't.
Because of Gugus?
Gugus is
you
not in
don't think they block
China.
that?
I would just use Chinese Google.
You know you're VPNing to
You're
Google.
sponsored by NordVPN.
Not anymore, not anymore.
Yeah, no, I am.
Oh, That's insane.
Oh
then.
shit.
Yeah, resign.
Okay, well, you can use that in China when you
can
go.
you? I don't think you can.
Yes.
There's no shot. Nor I don't think that VPNs are in China. Are they?
Wait,
Dude,
whoa.
it's a program.
That's crazy.
You
said
smuggle it.
That's the whole.
Zipper is
just
dying
laughed
in
at
there.
you.
Wait, never forget that slime doesn't know who Messi is.
That's crazy.
Saved it. Saved it. Saved
oh,
it.
Man.
What do you think happened?
just-
I don't think they have coats in
Slime
Russia.
doesn't know who Messi is, and then right below that, VPNs work in China.
I
No,
think-
because he's
look,
that's just like-
messy.
I
dude.
just think
Software.
in my mind.
It's like saying, "Who's LeBron James?"
What if I didn't know? I bet someone at shitcamp doesn't know LeBron James.
No,
Ask
I,
everyone.
I will ask
XQC
everyone. I will
does
ask
not know
everyone.
who LeBron James
He
is.
100% knows who LeBron James is.
Dude, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I'm gonna try to call him right now.
You're gonna call X?
Yeah, I'll call X right
I
now,
wanna-
and I'll see if he knows
He
who
is
LeBron
such a
James
he is such a gamer man that lives in like a computer world.
Hold on, were you asking him about Messi or LeBron James?
Both.
LeBron James. Both.
Ask him
I
LeBron
actually
first.
like both.
All right, let's see. This is a friendship clout test. Yeah, it'll be kind of embarrassing if he doesn't pick up. I would hope Archie cuts this.
Yeah, Archie, definitely cut it.
Or you play the Super Mario Strikers menu theme while it just like fast forwards. It's going for a while.
So
here.
I've been on this side calling you. He doesn't pick up.
Damn, good fucking
You know
on.
what? Actually, I remember we were hanging out. His phone's almost dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Almost.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So he's
That's-
saving
that's-
battery.
Super low battery.
Yeah.
Probably on
Super
airplane
low
mode.
battery. Yeah.
Probably on
Damn,
airplane
that's
mode.
a
Yeah,
bummer.
he's got to save his
Do you have his
battery.
number?
For him.
Oh, dude,
Do you have his
that
number?
was the wrong XQC.
Because if his,
Oh, we'll dial the real one
my
now.
you know, because if you
No.
have his,
Now
if
you
you have his
can-
number, you can
my
just call his
phone
actual
died.
phone.
You can
My
call
phone
his
died.
phone.
You can call his actual
Couldn't.
phone, and then
My-
and then if it's dead, it'll just
I'd
go to
have-
voicemail. So
So,
So
you
if
just
his
call
phone's
him.
dead.
do you want me to spill some tea?
Demon!
It's
No,
tea
wait,
time,
Wait,
baby.
let's not forget this. He didn't pick up your call, and you're not there yet.
You're not there yet.
Never forget that. Because we're all you
do you
got.
all we
think
got.
anybody could call XQC right now, and there's somebody that'd pick up? Maybe his mom.
Maybe
I
his
get there.
mom.
Maybe his mom.
You,
I get there.
yeah, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
No.
All right, well, don't add that to the spreadsheet.
XQC.
What do you call? Okay, you call XQC right now.
Yeah,
He picks up.
yeah.
He goes, dude. What do you say to him?
I go. I got some questions. So, how are you so popular? And he explains it to me however he does, and I'm like, all right, that's all I want to know.
That's all you want to
That's
know.
all I want to know. I want to know how he is for so long at the top.
He's the guy.
I think he was the one.
He is the guy,
The
and I want to
streamer-
hear from his brain why he's the guy.
the one streamer where I sat down because I feel like I didn't get it for a long time. I think we all harbor a lot of like slight disdain towards this medium of Twitch streaming, and to some degree, in the way that like, oh, this
All of us equally.
well, except I don't know, except you, except you.
I've never seen this. I've never seen this.
I think we
face
all
before.
believe that collectively Twitch streamers are merchants of death.
Yeah.
Yes.
And should be
We've-
summoned to the death
and
penalty.
we've all said that, and you said it. I was there.
You shook my hand.
You know what? I won't rope you guys into it.
The Twitch is what pays for your bill.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Twitch machine, good.
So does selling heroin.
Yeah.
like you can.
Also good.
The
Allegedly.
Marlboro man.
Also great.
Yeah.
Love him.
Well, okay, real
But-
quick. XQC, he boggles our minds a lot as like people who aren't as wired in. As a fellow streamer, what is it about him?
No, what I'm saying is I don't. What I'm saying is I didn't get it, and then I actually I sat down and watched XQC for the first time for more than 30 minutes, and it was while he was doing GTA RP, and I left that stream, and I was like, I get it now. He's
He
fine.
gets it.
Can you explain it to me?
I
And then
also find him funny.
I think he's funny too. But can you fill in the holes of his explanation?
You go. I want to hear your
You gotta watch.
your professional
You gotta
explanation.
experience it.
No, that you're just
I'm
lazy.
not gonna distill. No, you're lazy. You want me to distill why someone's successful?
As an
I
expert
think-
in the field,
I
I'm asking
think-
a doctor
look.
why COVID is bad.
Yeah, and the doctor would say it's fucking.
Just get it, bro.
It's not
Just see.
fucking bad. Just get it. It's not a big
Just
deal,
see.
bro. Masks are fake, bro. This vaccine
Wow,
shit
what-
whack. That's
which-
what doctors say.
Doctor? What doctor you go to?
Disrespect.
Oh, okay. Right.
That one chiropractor that was writing slips for kids and
You know, actually,
doctor.
I don't know. He explains it in wild ways. There's a lot that goes on Twitch that I don't even understand. But you know, what top dogs eat.
Top dogs eat.
Top dogs eat, baby.
Hey, whatever he's doing, hey, keep it up, X, as you pretend to be in a virtual world as a GTA man.
What is it like being at shit camp with all those people in one building?
You had tea. I cut you off, by the way.
You did cut me off for tea to talk
He's
about
mad
X
about
for
it.
5 minutes.
It's tea time.
It's tea
Give us
time.
the tea.
It's tea time.
You don't have a song for that?
It's
No.
tea.
Let me give you
No,
some
'cause we want your
news
tea.
about shit camp.
I'm patiently
Oh.
waiting for you to say it.
Oh.
No, we're not going to do it again. We don't run the bit again.
They asked us to do it again, but
Basically,
We withhold affection.
we were at shit camp. Cutie gets a DM from Aiden Ross.
okay.
Yo, can I pull through?
That's crazy.
This will be a bit of a leak for audio listeners only. Video listeners, it'll already have
No
happened.
narcs.
He's going to come through Wednesday, I think, closing ceremony.
They're going to know.
Mhm.
Dude, this is going to drop.
Well, the audio listeners better not be narcs.
No narcs.
Dude, wouldn't it be a sick social experiment if everyone listening to the audio version of The Yard collectively and silently together did not narc? That would be fucking crazy.
Honestly, it's such a low bar because you only don't have to narc for like 6 hours.
You just
Yeah.
have to not say anything.
For 6 hours. And then you're good. And it's pretty chill because it's not even like you can't clip a podcast moment.
Right.
That's not what happened. You don't send a
You'd
Spotify
have to like
clip.
record on your computer while listening to it and
Yeah.
then put like our faces
Very
over.
cumbersome
Like,
to
yeah.
narc.
I can't believe she said yes.
Yeah, I think it's funny.
It's
It
yeah,
is
I mean I
funny.
think it's also an
It
idea
is.
of like mending bridges. I
Sure.
think that's cool.
The beef between us, I mean, not the most recent one, was at ShitCon.
Yeah.
So this is like,
That was when this
full
all
circle.
started.
it's a bit of a circle of life.
I honestly think that's kind of sweet. I know I'm often considered a crunchy old grouchy fuck, but I think the idea of people mending bridges is really nice.
I will say though, he did he like saw there's a clip of it on Twitch, but he saw like the lineup at shit camp. He's like reading through it. He's like, "What's shit camp? Wait, why wasn't I invited to this?" And I was like, "What? What do you mean? Why were you not invited?"
That's so
feel
funny.
I
like
got
there's
a
a good
whole
reason.
week of reasons.
That's how you know, like, that week for him was just, like, building up drama and hype. And
Yeah.
he wasn't even thinking about
Didn't
it.
care.
Because he doesn't even remember, essentially.
yeah,
yeah.
I woke up that next morning because
from the ShitCon beef,
I was rather intoxicated that evening.
right?
For those that don't know, Aiden and Nick went. They were in Austin at the same time during ShitCon.
Yeah.
To hang out with Albert. Shouts out.
Yeah, that's when I saw Aiden walk like a crab because he was drunk.
Yeah, I did do that.
He was walking around like a crab.
Yeah.
And he would come up and be like, I love this song.
Is
And then
this
he'd
the one
crab
where
away.
he's like,
Yeah.
where he's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one.
Kinda.
It's crab dance. Crab
So
walk.
it's not for audio listeners. It's not an all four crab walk.
'Cause
I
that's
sort of
what
get
I
on my
thought.
knee and like waddle toward. you.
No.
I mean,
Yeah, everyone.
But not on my
crab,
knees, like
crab
on my
walk's
feet. Sorry, I bend my
ubiquitous,
knees.
right?
I bend my knees.
Crab walk's a thing.
that's
well,
not really what it is. But
I just
yeah.
did.
Crab walking is usually where you
On
like,
your
go
fours,
back
yeah.
on your.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I thought it was like crouched
no,
down
no,
with
no.
the knees doing this.
I just
Oh, that
imagine
too,
him like
that
a
too.
dog,
Yeah.
like a dog
So
animal.
that was like the end of ShitCon. I think that was like the last. No, maybe the second to last day. But there was like a party that wasn't streamed, and we went to that one. And the next morning, after this whole Aiden Russ,
Aiden Russ.
had
he's
passed
like
over.
a contractor. Like does construction. Aiden
just
Russ Holdings.
He gets added sometimes on Twitter, and he just doesn't really know what's going on. He's like 43. But Aiden Ross stuff had happened the night before, and I didn't really understand like the scope of like of what was going on. And I woke up to a bunch of DMs the morning after, dude, and people were telling me about how me and you have beef now, and like how some shit was said last night. But I was really fucked up and I couldn't remember the whole night. So I actually spent like a good 30 minutes like worrying that like we had gotten into some type of
What did
fight.
I say to Ludwig? What did he say to me?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck happened? Like, did Ludwig say something about
Oh,
me?
because
And
your
like,
name is Aiden.
yes.
I literally just got that right now.
Crazy.
I've been aiming for too long. Like
Yeah.
this is how
it's because of their similar height.
Like this is where at least 30 viewers figured out your name's not Eamon.
Yeah.
And they're gonna
we get asked that so much. It's crazy.
I get asked so often.
Well-
I can't believe one passing joke from the month I moved in with you guys has transformed into this, but here we are.
You know what? Also, can I kill another joke?
Yeah.
Don't DM Aiden anymore.
No.
I've seen
Thank
it,
you.
bro. It's too bad.
It's fucked.
You fucked me up. You fucked me with that tweet. You fucked me.
What
He made a
tweet?
tweet yesterday. He's like, I saw Aiden's DMs. They're fucked.
Oh, they got worse?
I proceeded to get significantly more than normal. I received like almost 300 yesterday.
It's funny that me saying this on the pod will probably incite more DMs than usual, which is weird how
You know
your
what, Aiden?
minds work.
You know what? You're right, and I feel bad for that. Don't DM Aiden.
No, we're being serious this
only
time, guys.
actual way.
Stop
The only
it.
actual way to solve this is I have to close them.
You
which
know what's
means-
funny is Aiden's like, oh, I hate it. I hate getting all these DMs. Like, you could have closed that shit weeks
I did.
ago.
I closed them for 12 hours, and then the next morning.
You think we don't record next
I went
week, dude? You think we aren't going to say that shit again? We're going to say that shit again?
No. It's
I'm gonna
not-
say that
I
shit
wasn't-
twice.
I didn't close for 12 hours expecting it to just fucking suddenly end. I waited until the next morning, and then I went to go read something in my message request folder because, unfortunately, some people do send me important things in there. Like, some
No.
people are reaching
Happens
out
a
with like
lot.
shit that I need to get back to.
Mm.
And I go to check my message requests. When you remove your open DMs, it takes away the message requests entirely. So you can't even go see the old ones. So I have to spend enough time going through the backlog of things that might actually be important and then take them down.
Genius idea. Close the DMs Thursday through Friday.
I've got a better idea.
Hours of operation.
Fans of the yard.
I could have business
Try to
hours.
all type a number in his DMs and then try to do 1 through 10 in order. And if any of you get it,
You're a monster.
you'll,
dude,
you'll
you're
get
such a
free
sicko,
dude.
you'll get a free coupon if you can do it. So
I'm on record every time the bit gets brought up, every episode, I just silently sit there because I don't agree with it. It's my protest vote. I'm like Bernie Sanders.
You're staying quiet though. You're not voicing up.
That's right.
That's the only way to
That
solve
allows
this
it to
problem.
happen.
You know why?
Yes,
You know
and
why?
Literally
non-action
the only way to
is
solve this problem.
completion.
Literally the only way.
I support this because Aiden just gets so many DMs from women.
My bad.
From women.
My bad.
Oh, we don't.
I think ultimately,
we did.
ultimately,
Not really a
we
podcast topic, so
we as a friend
Have
group,
sex with me, women.
stop.
I like podcasts.
Please stop.
I'm 38-year-old.
Yeah, so many 38-year-old women DMing me.
Do you think a lot of older women watch this pod?
Absolutely not.
No.
Okay, listen. I will say there is among the friend group there is a sort of what do you call it? Schreidenfragen
No,
No.
no, it's
of-
German
Sorry,
for
can
shoe.
you just run that one back?
of Aiden, kind of what do you call it? Getting his comeuppance because of his adamant like. We'll say something to him like, Aiden, you don't want this to happen. This will be annoying and bad for you. And he'll get really defensive and be like, no, it's stupid. You just don't let it bother you. And now we're like 13 episodes in and he's like fucking beat down and he's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's annoying. And it's like, yeah, we know that. We told you, and to see you struggle and squirm like an animal, like a beetle kind of freaking out in the sun, it feels good to me.
Name one example of this that isn't the DMs and isn't what we talked about yesterday afternoon.
I wish I could fucking bring that shit up.
Wait, why can't you bring this shit up?
It's deeply personal. You actually cannot bring that up.
Yeah, bring it
I
up.
will because in the spirit of talking about Aiden Ross, it was actually a cut segment from one of the old podcasts where you were like, yeah, no, fuck that, dude, fuck those guys.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, dude, that's not worth getting the ire of these people. And we sat there and told you why it would be so annoying for you specifically, and you were like, no. And now you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I actually don't care about the K-pop stands. I think they're all dumb. And then they come for him, and he's like, wait.
Yeah, and then they just show him a picture of his family, like, out in public.
The K-pop stands would do that?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
nuts.
Oh.
See, you don't know.
It'd be
That's
like the scene in 300 where they
No,
just
Aiden, I
black
know
out
what
the
you're
sky with
I
arrows.
know what you're gearing up to do, Aiden. I know what you're gearing up to do.
Don't say it.
Don't do it.
Don't say it.
anything
Don't
about,
say shit,
don't say anything
bro.
about BTS,
Butter is
bro.
a mid-song.
Whoa.
All right. Hey.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's that guy. We are the yard,
That's
and that
fine,
is
that's fine.
that guy.
No, that's fine. Because that's just such low bait that any self-righteous K-pop fan would just be like, that's bait.
I don't
Move
know.
on.
They're like K-pop stands and Minecraft stands occupy the same, I think, philosophical spirit where if like they're mad, it's time to fucking party.
You know
dude.
what might make them more upset? If I told them that I still think DNA is really good. Because I feel like that's not cool anymore.
No, that just means you're a boomer, and they love boomers.
They love boomers.
They're
They're the opposite.
No,
They're all young.
they appreciate boomers existing that like K-pop because it's an allied situation.
Oppa Gangnam
You know, I'm
Style.
as old now.
That's a good one.
As old
That's
now
The Weeknd.
as when I made fun of atrioc. Like when I made fun of atrioc for being old,
Mhm.
Yeah.
he was 26
Yeah.
and I'm 26.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Deal
I
with
caught
it.
up.
That is pretty crazy.
You're gonna be
That's
31
actually
one day,
hilarious.
unless your fucking
Wow.
Porsche catches fire.
Wow.
We do make fun. I do love the bit of making fun of atrioc being this like old decrepit person, and you are literally like 3 years older.
The good news is that, at least for me, I'll always have that age gap. So like I can always make fun of him for being old because I'll never be as old as him.
You'll always win.
Yeah,
but now-
when you're 82 and he's 86, you can still run that.
I don't think I told you guys about this. I was hanging out with this like musician whose name is Glaive. He's 15 or some shit, 16.
Wait, you were hanging out with Glaive?
The
I was-
CS:GO
I was-
player?
We did a
no.
Jackbox stream on Carl Jacobs' stream.
Okay.
Carl
oh.
Jacobs' friends with him.
Different Glaive.
This is a very popular
yeah, this
artist.
is like one of the. Wait, really?
Yes.
Glaive,
I thought
perhaps?
I thought this was actually the Counter-Strike player.
No,
Glaive's like
an
a
artist.
like a young, like
Yeah,
maybe like 16, 17 years old, but
He's
really
16, I
big
think.
right now.
More famous
Wow.
than the Counter-Strike player?
probably. His album just
Astralis,
dropped, and
though.
it's doing pretty
Well,
well.
I guess I don't know.
Anyway, we were in a Jackbox game, and the age came up somehow that I'm 26, he's 16. He roasted me, dude.
Oh yeah, I
He
heard
was
about this.
He was like,
yeah.
you're gonna fucking die soon, old man.
Yeah, you were getting.
And
you
I
were
was like,
getting
what?
stir fried up.
And he was like, I would beat the fucking shit out of you. And I literally cannot reply without getting a felony because he is a minor.
Yeah, you can't physically threaten
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah,
Even
but
though
he
you
is
really wanted
physically
to.
threatening me, and it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks because I think I would beat up someone who is his size and stature if they were 18 or plus. But I
Right.
cannot do that to him personally because he's a minor.
This reminds me of
Right.
something super funny that happened.
Fuck him up, Aiden.
This is so one day I'm just sitting at my computer and I get a call from a group Discord that I've been like just a DM that I've been added to. I'm like, that's kind of weird. And I'm looking at the names and I'm like, are those Fortnite players? And they're all pro Fortnite players. Like Booga's in here, like Zypha, a bunch of other like top level Fortnite players.
Right, yeah,
And
Zypha, right.
I'm like, what's going on? Like, and the last time I talked to all these people was when I was running a Fortnite tournament at Beyond the Summit. It was we produced Ninja Battles, which was like this Fortnite series that went on for a few months, and so I joined the call. Like, I at first I think I'm getting like fucked with, and I think I leave the group, but they add me back. So I joined the call, and they're like, hey, so we've been trying to get like a new tournament together. We thought Ninja Battles was really cool. Like, do you know any like investors or anything that we could get something like this going? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just thought they were calling me because I know Ludwig and maybe they want Ludwig's money, but they didn't even know I lived with Ludwig. Like they were just like, they just knew I was the TO of this tournament.
You're
they
just
liked.
an older guy.
Yeah. And they were like, do you have any connections? And I make this joke. I'm like, well, Ludwig's like sitting on the other side of the room. Like maybe I can ask him. And they were like, yeah, we could get something together. We could like fight Ludwig or something.
What?
And I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, man, I'll pitch that. And then I was just like joking. And then I leave the call, like, I'll leave you guys to it. Like, I hope you guys figure this out. And I tell him on the other side of the room. It's super weird because these people are all like, you know, like Booga has like 1.5 million Twitter followers. Like it's very, I'm small piece
household
compared
name.
to all these people. And he's like, get back in that call. So I asked to get added back because they kicked me from the group after. and I
You're
get back
getting
in.
bullied.
Yeah. And then instead of me answering, he just picks up and he's like, Booga. And he's like, yeah, like what's going on? Is that Ludwig? And he's like, yeah. You 18, bro? And he's like, and Booga's like, yeah, I just turned 18. and Ludwig's like, we're getting this shit done in 2 months. Me and you in the ring. And then they start talking shit on Booga's stream about how he's going to beat the shit out of him.
What's up, bro? I haven't heard from
So
you,
this
dude.
is the next
The official call out.
this
Hey,
is the
man.
next big Ludwig
I know
event.
you're not busy in lands right now. Come
Shit.
through.
Shit.
Yeah,
Why? What's
so-
your stance? What stance is this?
What's up?
You look like Cody Ko.
What's up?
This is his trap. This is his trap stance without with
Yeah,
the
if the
Yeah,
sweater
with a
sweatshirt was
hoodie
off,
on.
my traps would be like here right now.
Yeah, I do love this arc of Ludwig's career where he just goes around trying to beat the shit out of younger creators.
Look, we get a bunch of younger creators. They sign all the waivers. Their parents were okay with it, and we send them all in the ring at Ludwig, and we see how many Ludwigs
horde?
it take.
Like zombies.
You know, like
all these little Fortnite streamers, and they're like guys finding the Ender Dragon. It's just Ludwig.
if you don't know, like Jake Paul like lines up fighters that are typically weaker or retired or older to box to beat so we can get a win. I'm like lining up 17-year-olds the moment they turn 18 just to fight these like really young kids.
Easy, bro.
Easy, bro.
Look, $1 million idea. Any investors listening? I know some of them listen to the show. They email me. Bring back celebrity deathmatch, but with Twitch streamers.
And not Clay.
No, keep it the Clay.
That's a really good idea. Oh, shit. They're going to steal our idea. Copyright, trademark, copyright, trademark.
Copyright, trademark.
Your idea was saying a different thing that happened.
Copyright, trademark.
All right. All right.
You know, that reminds me, actually. So when I worked at Beyond the Summit, I had struggled to, like, find out how to do my job as an event producer. It was a very strange environment at first. And my actually like first real successful event was the roast of Hugo Gonzalez. But before that, I was like pitching ideas, and I'm just trying to figure shit out. And I go to Ludwig at the time, who is working for the vape company, the Merchant of Death, transitions into a different Merchant of Death. Some things change, some things stay the same.
Still kill children.
A lot of context here that's not needed. Let's move on.
Hey, the JFK thing would have banged, though.
It's just that when you inhale the vape, it gets into your
And
lungs.
so what did you do?
One of them looked like an iPod Mini, and so I would go to Ludwig and I'd be like, "Do you have any ideas?" Like all this shit. And he's like, "Yeah, melee boxing," and I'm like,
We've talked about this on the pod before, I think.
"Have we before?"
Yeah, I think so.
You brought up chess boxing. I
Well,
think.
the idea,
No, boxing mango. We talked about that.
basically, the idea is it's chess boxing, but with melee. And I had pitched this to my boss as an event to do, and Ken Shen was like, "No way, we can't do that."
Yeah.
And I was like, "This place sucks."
But
now
I do
We
love
can do that.
because all of your stories at work, like on the surface, are like pitching boxing or like this gay porn parody and like your honorable fight in the boardroom to like get these ideas through.
I'm a creative genius.
This gay porn thing is art.
It was.
It was.
It was, and I got it greenlit.
Speaking of your job, I found out that you work.
Dude, I'm so mad. I'm
You
simultaneously
explaining this to me today was so funny.
I'm simultaneously upset, but also I feel seen and respected because this means.
I don't know what's happening.
Go ahead, just
Well,
explain.
you explain it from your POV. I think it's funnier.
So basically Ludwig has thought that I apparently hadn't really done anything since I've like been hired by him.
That's not entirely true. I knew you did stuff, but I didn't know that you had so much like day-to-day busy work. If that makes sense. I
Yeah.
thought it was like I like the very actionable, obvious things. I was like, oh yeah, he has to do all that shit.
Yeah, you see me moving boxes.
Have you
Yeah.
ever seen his to-do list?
It's
No.
fucked up.
It's
dude.
it's a monster. It's a hydra of a
Yeah.
to-do list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
checks one box and
But
5
this is
more
also
pop
a
up.
while because it's been going for a while, and things have changed now. You know what the big change was, honestly, is when you started taking Adderall.
Yeah.
Because before then, I would like, because like when I would see you, you'd be like sleep.
Well, I did sleep a lot, and I would just do work at night.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
and,
didn't see
I would
that.
never see the work at night.
Yeah.
But anyway, I went over to see what you do on a day to day.
That was so fun, dude. It was like it was late at night. It was in the dark. What did you just got done doing? You were like, dude, you were on a call with like Pokey and fucking who was all those people?
Oh, I was on a call planning a Witch It stream with like Carl Jacobs and people.
It was the most A-list streamer call I'd ever seen. And Ludwig's just like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And then he mutes. He's like, "What's up? What do you want to talk to me about?" And I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, that's fine." And I'm like, "Wow." And so anyway, he like exits this call, and we started just talking about like stuff that I needed information from him. And I was like, "Oh, actually, do you want to see like the numbers, like the revenue and stuff for the quarter?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." And he like scoots over, and I start realizing this is like
Your window. This is your window.
This is my son who is finally like, "Dad, what do you do for a living?" And I'm like I'm a manager for regional distribution of like KFC, like
and this son,
potatoes.
normally you're driving, he's looking out the window, and you're like, "What do you do at school today?" And he's like, "Nothing."
It's bring your kid to work day, but he has to move 4 feet to the left.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
every time I try to talk to him, he's just like watching Fortnite, and I'm like, yeah, I love that ninja guy.
He walks me
like, shut up,
through
Dad, you pussy.
for the next like 45 minutes. The entire bookkeeping thing he does, both businesses, every single person paid out, itinerary, tracking,
Dude,
flight
I showed him like the
information.
systems I've created to like track money in and out of spreadsheets that like feed into the system and then like account for different shit, and it's like fun to me. And I'm getting really excited. And Ludwig's just, were you off a gummy?
Oh yeah, I was.
Yeah,
fucking
I
rocking
knew it. I knew it.
I'm
'Cause-
so
No,
disappointed.
because he was like, because he was just
dumb,
kind of
dumb,
looking and he
dumb.
was like, wow, that's crazy.
This fucking doesn't count, dude.
No,
Come
it counts. No,
on.
I take it.
It counts because I was also asking questions, and every 5 seconds he would turn around and be like, "Yeah, dude, it's like taking my kid to work."
I was
He
like,
said that like 18
no,
times.
I was like, that's a good question. And
Yeah.
I answered that myself. Look, dude. And so now you realize that I do work.
yeah, there's
which
a
is
lot
cool.
to track.
Was this at all close to the day that you stream with Mango?
This? It might
couple
have.
days ago.
No, it was Thursday.
I came home.
It was the day before that day.
Me and Aiden, we hung out with some Aiden's like friends from college,
Uh-huh.
and I got home and I walk in. Ludwig's eyes like catch me immediately, and he's like inviting me warmingly with his energy. And I go in,
And you're like, oh, it's gummy
and he
time.
goes like, I have a bag in my hand. He's like, oh, what do you get? Food? Do you have any food for Coots? And he's like being really nice and like,
Food for kids?
and like he's just like looking at my bag, and I'm like trying to tell him there's no just cameras in here and stuff. And he's just being really nice, and I was like, "Oh right, you streamed with Mango today.
Mhm.
You're intoxicated."
I'm drunk.
Yeah, and I realized very quickly that this energy was coming from the intoxication.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's
I feel
not true.
so
It
bad
comes
for
from
the
person.
kid that you have one day.
It comes from the person.
Because your kid is only going to understand that the most affection comes when something has happened, like you eating gummy.
I think that's a decent thing if when I'm drunk, I'm showing more affection. There are alternatives to being drunk and having different reactions.
That's what I do.
It's just, it's that
the
you
word
withhold it.
"more" here is just interesting.
More affection.
Yeah.
That's an accurate word. It's not less affection.
Because the idea is that
more
you...
atrioc. Well, more than 0. So. What the fuck was that?
Crazy.
Jesus.
I've been working on
I've
my...
never seen you make that face.
I'm working on my way up.
You look like an old country singer.
I think
Atrioc at
you're
the
wearing.
Folsom prison.
I think this is the first time that color scheme has been worn by a human being.
Dude, his shirt matches his head.
Holy shit! I just read what your shirt said.
Yeah, it's from the Cornbase shoot.
His audio
That's my
listeners.
shirt.
It
That's
says
from my stream.
his shirt says, "I met my wife on Ancestry.com."
Yeah, and it's the logo.
It's one of the shirts I bought for a photo shoot that I haven't done yet.
Yeah. Anyway, it was great. So I feel validated and
He works hard, man.
This this reminds me of something. Because I tuned in and I watched this for the first time this week. Do you guys know who KillaOR is?
Yeah, that sounds really familiar.
Melee player.
Is he not the guy who was in the documentary, like the
Yeah.
the Day in the Life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
He was in a MTV.
Yes.
Wait, I thought it was.
Oh,
wait, Who was the
yeah.
player on True Life? I thought it was him.
No,
Yeah,
that's
True Life.
True Life.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
True
True
Life.
KillaOR.
Yeah.
So he for context, he's an old school Melee player. Like he's been around since like early Melee days, and he was really good back then.
No longer in the scene, right?
No, he came back. He like plays
Oh,
like
okay.
Slippy and stuff, and he streams.
Wow.
So
Plays a lot of Valorant.
he is in and he plays a shit ton of Valorant. He posts about aim labs all the time. Like he's a
Dope.
gamer. And he infamously is in this MTV True Life video where they like show his life in New York growing up, and he's like 18 and he's a
Life of a
professional
gamer edition.
And you know, I would say he's like in this video, he's like defying every stereotype of a gamer. Like he's just like a cool fucking ripped dude
Yeah.
who's just like badass as fuck.
He's
and
like
he just
this
explain-
super ripped black dude
Yeah.
around a bunch of white nerds at a convention center.
and he explains like how he makes like hella cash from fucking Melee tournaments and shit. And
so
and then
my
I
God.
found out like
He walked right by a guy with a Ninja Turtles shirt on.
Dude, people carrying CRTs making it to television makes me so happy.
he played like D1. I think he played D1 college football. And if I've seen
Insane.
he has an Instagram,
Hard to do.
and I've seen pictures of him. He is fucking jacked. Like
Still?
he is so
More jacked?
fucking ripped.
Zipper, pull it up. I want to see this man's body.
Probably the most ripped in college when he was playing football because he posted like pictures
you're
from back then.
conditioning.
But he's fit as fuck.
Uh-huh. Fit
And
bird.
he also like just plays a lot of games. Like he plays Valorant, he plays Melee, and he started streaming again like in this year that Slippy has come out. But he also like I think he works in like the biomedical field or something.
Oh, he's like insane. Yeah,
he
you
makes
told
a
me this.
shit ton of money, and he posts like super nice cars all the time. If I may, like whoever he's dating is insanely attractive too. And then he posts like finance stuff all the time too. And this week he did his first KillaOR finance stream where he's talking about
shit.
but
He's like Khan Academy.
He's like, yeah, and he's just this like shredded Chad in his room talking about why we need to hodl AMC. Like, it just does, and he's like apes together strong and like all the Reddit memes. It's insanely funny. But it's
That's
like,
sick.
it stands in contrast to this idea of like where we like make fun of the epic lay Reddit guy who talks about this shit all day, because that guy is KillaOR, like living the best life possible, playing Valorant, just shredded his
It's
shit.
like the meme of the,
making
you know, like
money,
the big, huge rip guys on the internet
Yeah,
browsing
on
for
laptops.
Yeah.
reply.
And they're really
you
thoughtful
really
and
should
articulate.
consider holding
literally
AMC here.
retweeting Joker gifs that say like it's about sending a message when you
Dude,
hold
that's
AMC
funny.
and shit, and it's almost surreal. And I watched like 10 minutes of his stream. I'm like, I've never wanted to learn from someone more.
I
Like,
think too the interesting part is always that like we have played Melee, you know, for so many years collectively, and this idea of the Melee player, and it's so far from that person.
yeah.
Which is like, AKA
Yeah, Melee players like green Hyrule shirt, cargo shorts.
he in that video Zipper showed, he literally walked by a guy with a Ninja Turtle shirt and like fucking bootcut jeans,
yeah,
and it's like, man, sometimes you can make it out.
yeah.
You don't have to be a fucking Marth player forever. You don't have to do it.
Is he still going by KillaOR?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still
That's
great
KillaOR.
tag.
And he
Yeah.
responded. Yeah.
Oh my
This
god.
is him, dude.
Zipper showing the
It's so
Joker meme
funny.
right now.
It's
It's
not
just
about the
so
money. It's about
funny,
sending a
dude.
message in
And
reference to buying stock in GameStop and AMC. How long ago was that tweet?
That's like this week.
That was this week.
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's
insane.
September.
It's
Well,
like-
it did go up, by the way.
It went up.
Yeah.
AMC's like $50
Dude,
now.
you
And-
know
hey,
what?
Paper hands, anyone? Any paper hands?
I'm I told you.
This
I
is
have
team
papy mache
papy hands.
hands.
I'm
I have
diamond out of my
papy mache
fucking
hands.
mind.
He's diamond as fuck.
I'm diamond on my mind.
know
with
what's
AMC
funny?
and GameStop.
Our lovely viewers, I actually bought a lot of Doge back in like February, and then I got papied. And
I don't like talking about it with Slime because you could have made a lot.
I could have made
money.
$200,000 because I put $5K in, and I was like, this is stupid and weird, and then I sold it, and then I just took a nap.
You know what? You guys have to hold me back from getting into is the NFT world.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
yeah,
won't
you
let
bring it up all the time.
Bro, fuck, Launders is gonna listen to this. You can't say that. Fuck.
What is he
Launders,
gonna
do
try?
not.
Is he gonna
What
DM
about
me?
Yes,
Launders?
dude. Don't DM Ludwig. Dude, I'm blocking your account
can't-
on his computer.
Every fucking influencer is like balls deep on it. You can pretty much just sell your clout for a few $1 million instantly.
Is that something you want to do?
No, but I just don't like. I keep seeing it.
You've got FOMO.
I'm against it. I'm not trying to be in it, but I keep seeing it, and I have not like I would hope that future Ludwig would never tweet out or like try to publicize it, but I have at some points been like someone like, I bought this NFT, then I looked it up, I tried to buy it, I couldn't figure it out, I gave up. That happened 3 times.
That's so confusing.
One of
Right.
the times I'm gonna figure it out, and that's what I'm worried about.
Okay.
But it's just hard to buy them, unlike buying with Coinbase.
Hey!
Hey, when you guys use Coinbase, code doesn't exist yet. You guys can easily buy cryptocurrencies, which is PogChamp.
You know what I love about Coinbase when I used it this week?
What's up?
Instant deposits. When I withdraw my money from my bank account, I get it accessible in my Coinbase account.
What did you do? No, don't
right
do that.
away.
I thought
sponsored
that's
bit.
what you were going to do, and
Yeah.
then you did
I
it.
cannot believe you did that in our
No, it
fucking
was like-
ad
No,
read.
no, this is great.
It was
I can
good.
do it now, too.
No!
Ah!
For Coinbase.
I was silent. It'll be gross.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
Instant deposits.
I don't
Instant
wanna be
deposits.
here.
It is
They're
instant
great.
deposits.
Well, you're
yeah.
in here now with
It
us.
is instant and PogChamp.
You're not trapped
Anyway,
in here
I think
with me.
Coinbase is hype. I believe in the cryptocurrency, unlike what I was saying before about other stuff.
Thank you for sponsoring the yard.
And thanks for sponsoring the yard, Coinbase.
All right.
And if you aren't already, by the way, take a look at the Patreon. We got bonus content in there.
Take a look at it, dude.
Don't do that.
That's
No, I'm from that's for our New Jersey listeners.
that will also get us demonetized. So we'll
There's more of that.
definitely-
Oh, Archie
On
just
the
cut
Patreon.
away. But
You know,
no one will
Atrioc-
know what we do.
Atrioc got
Hey,
banned.
walking over here, huh? Yeah, you paisan, huh? With the fucking pizza pie, huh?
Don't call them paisans.
Why?
It's fine, but just
Yeah, it is fine.
I
That's
don't-
my culture.
I don't I don't want Super Mario
That's our word.
Super Mario Incorporated to come at us
Yeah.
for that one.
Wait.
They've
The
given
opening,
up on it.
the show opening, Super Mario Brothers
Oh
Super
no,
Show.
paisano is not.
I know what paisano means.
That's why
I know
just
what it
wanted to- I
translates
just wanted
to
to
in
make that clear.
Italian.
I just want to make that clear because I myself would have believed if you told me that a word I have never heard before is trademarked by Nintendo, even if it was Italian,
No,
What do
it
you-
just,
which is a meme
it
language.
just means peasant. Check out the Patreon. We got four badass tiers in there. We have an advice show that me and Aiden just did. What's that? What's the ooh?
I'm the crowd.
I'm just really quickly surprised that you had less to say about shitcamp so far with all those people in there.
Yeah,
I've-
all you can
well,
tell
no,
us is
I've-
one Aiden
Wait,
Rossian.
to be clear, I have more to talk about. I'm happy to talk about more. It's just expanded to other conversations.
Aiden, what's your question? Imagine. Let's go. I want
Come on,
Aiden to ask this question because I cut him off, but then I want you to talk about shitcamp.
It's this is a quick tangent. We'll get
Please,
back to you.
please.
We'll get back to you.
Please.
So I went to a concert this weekend. It was the first time I've been to a show in like a really long time. It was Midas. Got a free ticket through a friend, and that was, I was like, yeah, let's go out. Let's check this out. And I remembered that there are those guys at raves or any EDM concert that wear the gloves with the fingertips and
Yeah.
do like the finger
Gloving.
dancing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Are they?
I've
I
seen
assume they're
videos.
glowing.
I've never
Yeah.
gone
the
to
fingertips
this.
are glowing, and they're like,
Okay.
And the ideal scenario is that
you're on
it's-
ecstasy and you're fucked up,
Yeah.
and this thing is like moving at 3 FPS in your brain, and you're like, whoa.
and
Yeah,
it's
and-
super dark in the venue, and what they do is they'll approach
oh, okay.
they'll
yeah.
approach
Yeah.
one specific person and do like a movement show in front of like their face, and because you're on Molly you think it's cool.
Mhm.
And
it's kind of like glow in the dark magic. It's
Yeah.
like approaching someone like, hey, so can you just pick a card, but you have glowing gloves on.
yeah, and it's one of those things where if they were actually really good at it, I'm sure it would be cool.
But you're saying these people aren't at the
Yeah,
concerts?
and I'm wondering because it's almost always some guy with a backpack on doing it in front of a girl. And in my head, I thought to myself, like, is that guy hot? Like, do people fuck that guy?
I mean, it leads into a great. Yeah, these fingers can do more. You
Yeah.
know? It
This
just
is a
kinda
genuine
works.
question. I'm not trying to
The
like
gloves
make a
stay
read
on.
and say like these guys are nerds that have gloves and don't have sex with anybody. I'm asking, like, is there a pipeline here where you
Well,
get really into glove dancing and then
I mean,
It's a great icebreaker.
as a decorated rave girl, I think that no, I don't know. I think it depends on like how attractive the guy themselves would be.
I like the
right?
idea though of like the glove guy like doing the show, and then she's like a girl presumably is like, oh my god, thanks, that was awesome, and then he's like, cool, so are we gonna continue hanging out? Or and she's like, yeah, the glove guy hasn't left, but he took the gloves off like an hour ago. So
Give me your phone. I'll put in my number.
he's like doing this and like reaching in her pocket.
Yeah. You're also asking the wrong guy in this group. In terms of us, I don't think any of us. You've
Yeah,
probably gone to
we
more
are the
rave
most
shit.
I had
Square
a
group.
friend in high school who gloved.
That's crazy.
did he
What were they
I
like?
think he listens
Did
to the
he-
podcast.
did he pipe, if I may?
Dude,
Yeah,
he's like writing down his list of
I
all
went
the
to
women
his-
he
I
fucked
went-
from the
Hold on.
finger
Hold on.
gloves.
Did he pipe because of the gloves?
How close
surely
are you?
not.
How close are you?
Surely not.
Surely not.
So it was working
How
against
close
him.
are you?
I just went to his wedding.
Shoot him a message.
last month.
Shoot him a message.
Wait, did he meet
No,
his significant
message
other?
her first.
Yes, he met his SO at a festival. He wasn't gloving.
Prove.
How do you know? How do you
wait.
know?
Because
Because you asked at the wedding. Yeah. So,
Wait, that's even
just want to
weirder.
say congratulations to you
Why
guys.
is it weirder?
Well, I guess maybe it's not weirder, but he never gloved for the pussy. He always gloved for the love.
Glove love.
No, but
That's
he
what they used to
didn't-
say.
He said he
Glove
met his
glove.
SO
That's
before
a
he
Trojan
gloved,
slogan.
so he had an SO the whole time he gloved.
Wait,
He's been locked down ever since he started gloving.
different. No, I think he stopped gloving, then met a new person.
Then met the girl after stopping
yeah.
gloving.
So
Shout out
That's
Aaron.
what you should. This is how you discover this, right? You message her and you say, if he gloved the person
That's
you met,
huge.
What I worry about is being like, did you know he gloved? And she's like, you gloved? And all of a sudden they've got paperwork to fill out. I don't want to. I don't want
They're
to be
probably
responsible.
within the range where they can also annul it.
Dude,
You know?
that'd be so fucked.
Can you imagine having to pay alimony because your significant other found out you gloved in a past life?
Yeah, because you know what?
The judge is like, really? You didn't tell her?
The judge is like, dude, and it just writes something down and it's over.
Your Honor, if I may take the stand, turn the lights off.
Bailiff hit the lights.
Dude, I remember I went to EDC. It was like
you went to
yeah,
EDC.
It was like 10 years ago. I
Would
know.
would you get crunk? Was this
No,
after?
I didn't get crunk and crunk.
This is
that
actually-
was kind of the word back then in 2009.
Yeah.
This is such a past life.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's insane. It was before I was even 21, and I went, and I had at the time I just smoked weed, and
This is when the Strokes were playing.
the Strokes did
They're
not
playing
play.
EDC.
By the
The
way,
Beatles were probably there.
but
the Strokes leading EDC is so fun.
but I did not do drugs there.
Reptilia went so hard.
Beach Boys.
Dude,
Beatles.
it was such a shit fucking time.
Why?
Okay, hold on. Any more old bands that may have been at this EDC that I went to?
Wasn't Jimi Hendrix playing that one?
Yeah. Yeah,
Beethoven's Fifth rocked the crowd.
yeah.
Mozart really brought it.
There was also just a guy who had fashioned a drum out of rocks. You know,
The guy who invented the banjo played a solo.
fucking at EDC in like the 60s listening to Kokomo Beach.
Oh,
So-
man.
yeah, got that out of our system. Yeah, I went. It was a long time ago.
Oh!
10, 8, old ass.
This is back when
Give me an O!
you had a full fro back then.
He flashes back, black
I'm
and
like-
white, and he has the afro.
He's got
Oh
like
my
he's got a
God.
V-neck
I wasn't
and a
always bald,
fucking
kids.
Jesus piece.
Smoking pot.
Why?
I was one cool cat back then. He's got a pick in his hair.
I love the idea. I love the idea that the old version of me is considered a blaxploitation cliche.
Dude, it's so funny because I think me and Nick are picturing the exact same thing because there's that flashback scene in
No,
movies.
I am too. It's funny.
You don't get this. You don't get it. You're so you couldn't.
I arguably understand the trope more than you guys. Yeah. So I pull up in the Cadillac convertible with the peace sign in the rearview
Pull
mirror.
in the Model T.
Okay, so we're older now. So I have the Monopoly mustache, and Babyface Nelson has just killed all of my cattle, and I'm pissed.
Crazy reference.
And this new thing called the World Fair has just shown me lamps,
Right.
which I'm really excited about.
But the old Chicago killer's really on the loose.
Ah, fuck again. And also,
fuck,
something's going on in Europe that I'm not too happy about.
Some guy outside the venue is yelling, "The British are coming." I don't know why.
And
Keeps
so
going
I got my powdered wig, right?
Oh,
and I'm
God.
like,
I brought this guy back with me. I don't know. I
I
don't
did
know.
go on a bit of a journey. That was a spirit quest to roast me.
This
I'm
was a
crying.
bigger EDC
I'm crying.
because the month before they just figured out the printing press, so the advertising was pretty crazy.
It popped off.
Oh my God.
So you went to EDC.
Sounds good. Good story.
Dipper.
I went to EDC.
Dipper, help me.
It was shitty. It was in Colorado, and it was in like the fall at the time, and so it was fucking mud everywhere. And it was like in a field where there was like cows really close.
Is this before it was in Vegas?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. They kind of like did a thing around the world, I guess. I don't fucking
Okay.
know. All I knew is that my friend was like, "Hey, my friends are going to EDC. Let's go." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And we show up to this person's house, and it's like a bunch of people that are way cooler than us. I'm like 18, 19 at this time. I am not cool. I never was. And I'm like, this sucks. These people are fucking. They're like pretending we don't exist.
You were really good at Dota though.
Oh, dude. If they had Warcraft 3, I would have hopped on the setup. But weird, they didn't. They were just smoking weed and being hot people. And so we end up going, and it's like they're dressed like all crazy, and I'm just like in flannel, and I'm like, and I show up, and it's shitty, and I don't have a ride back, and it was muddy and gross. And the only thing I remember, and this was because you're talking about rave culture, I'm like sitting in a rave, and I'm just so bored, and everyone's like flying high inside the physics of their mind, right?
The glove guy's turning a lantern.
Dude, like. It burst, and people died. So we didn't have hoses back then. And so all I remember is this one kid comes up to me, and Nick is obviously imagining him in suspenders and fish waders. And he's like this red-haired kid, and he's got freckles on. He's like, hey, do you guys want any dose? And dose at that time was slang for acid. And he looked like he had eaten all of it ever. And that was the moment in which I was like, I will never do this.
You
drug.
didn't dose up?
No, I didn't take any.
Did anyone in
dose.
your group dose?
No one took dose, bro.
Kind of whack.
And yeah, it was miserable. And I never went back.
I just went to Venice today, Santa Monica, to do like a scavenger hunt. Like first guy I interacted with is like, you got coke?
Holy shit!
First guy, he was just walking by, and I was like, no,
Yeah.
I don't have any.
Dude, in Australia,
Cocaine.
when I went with the lads, it was years ago. Me and the boys are all walking around. It's like me and like 8 Australian melee players were walking, and this guy comes up, and he's like got a hood on. I thought we were gonna get mugged, and he's got like a hood on,
Fucking Dumbledore?
and black clothes, and he's just like, "Hey, you guys want any coke?" And then just walks away, and just like leaves.
It doesn't give you a chance to respond.
Yeah, because you're supposed to chase him down, and you're not supposed to get a good look at him.
Oh,
It was crazy.
that is crazy.
And he kind of flashed like a package. It was
Holy shit.
so weird.
Wow.
Yeah, I just
You'd
I
have
had
to
a
really
flashback
want
just
coke then.
Yeah, because you have to like go catch up with the guy,
Yeah.
and then he's like he's literally like the Resident Evil shop guy. But
Yeah.
you gotta get him.
He's
for
like
it.
an NPC that has like a dialogue when you go in his AOE,
Yeah,
and he
he
just keeps walking.
But yeah, it was super weird.
You wanted
That's how they
coke?
did it in Australia. Did that guy? Was he his covert?
No, he was trying to get coke.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like,
Desperate
you
times.
got any coke?
Desperate
Not do you
times.
want any coke? And I was like, no coke here, mister.
yeah. For the purposes
I
of
don't got
anyone
no
listening
coke.
that is a federal agent, he didn't have any.
that reminded me.
Don't wink. Don't wink.
No.
You wink.
I don't have any.
allegedly. Just-
None for sale.
Patreon tier 5 doesn't exist.
It's just we just mail cocaine to people.
we sell the postcard and a brick. Like, the lantern thing reminded me of that same night in the same like club line I got shit for being American. It's a super long line, and people are packed together like so closely. Like if anybody kind of like moved really hard in one direction or pushed somebody, it had an impact like 20 people down the line.
Like a
from you.
slinky.
We're pressed against each other. It was kind of miserable, but because
domino.
everybody's
or
kind
a
of
colon.
Like shit in a colon. You
Like
were.
we're a shit in a colon.
I was a shit in Copenhagen's colon.
Continue on, colon boy.
And there was this group behind us that they had a whole fucking Christmas tree that they had in the line with them. A full thing. It's like 3 people,
This
and
is
they're
in-
just.
Is
This
it
is
real? Is it
scares?
real or synthetic? Can you tell?
It's real, I think. 'Cause
That's
it's
got to
like-
be a hazard.
It's like releasing stuff on the ground.
Those things
as we
fucking
go.
explode if they touch fire. So that's a
That
hazard.
is true.
Yeah, I think it is a hazard. And we're like, why do you guys have this? And they were like, I don't know. Like, they never answer
I
the
like
question.
that.
Like,
I like that.
They rule out.
dude. And then,
You ask
but
them, they just like
sometimes-
laugh at other guy. What? This guy's.
They're like,
fucking-
they look at it, they're like, "Where's Chris?"
But you would get, as you're moving through the line, you would get like pushed, and sometimes you'd fall into the fucking tree because depending on the direction that. So like sometimes you'd land on like the person next to you, but then sometimes you'd land into the tree and be like, "What the fuck?"
They're like
Why
mad
are
at you every
people-"
time,
Yeah,
bro.
we waited. We were in this line. I'm not exaggerating at all. Closing in on 2 hours. That's how long it took to get to the front of this club line.
Cringe.
And we kept thinking about leaving, but we kept doing the thing where it's like, it can't be that much longer. We finally get to the front. These people have been behind us the entire time. So they've dragged the tree about a fucking third of a mile down the street through the 2-hour club line. And we finally get to the front and they're next to us. And I turn around because I got to see what's going to fucking happen. And the bouncer's like,
ID?
You guys you guys can't take that in here.
Yeah, no shit.
What?
And they're like, you're shitting me.
You guys, he's speaking Danish now. It's like, you can't bring the tree, but he clearly is saying you can't bring the tree in the club.
Like a sim.
Like this. And the two bouncers pick up the tree and just throw it in the dumpster.
No.
Yeah. And then like a fucking sitcom, someone steps out from behind the tree. I have no clue how nobody saw this until that point. This guy steps up and he's like, "Is this fine?" And he has a fucking like full old-timey lantern with him that he is also presumably carried through the entire line.
How is this not what you told us before?
Yeah,
this is so crazy.
This is cooler than them going, "We don't like Americans."
and
A guy in a horse arrives.
The bouncer is like, "No." Like, and then they take his lantern and they throw that away, and it shatters in the dumpster.
Oh,
Yeah.
with
And
the
then
Christmas tree?
And then they're just like, "Oh," and then they go into the club. But that was like that. They carried it through the entire night in an
They
effort
robbed
to get
something.
these things
They
in the
robbed.
club.
What they did is they were drunk and they robbed something.
That's crazy.
Like they stole that light from a public light post that's
public light
old
post.
and Dutch.
What a couple of great
Dutch.
lads.
It's Danish.
No, yeah, they're the Dutch.
We did get
Wait, what
flamed
is the
for this
difference?
last time. I told that story, and then you made a joke about IKEA, and everybody in the fucking TikTok comments is like, "IKEA's not in Denmark,
Dude,
bro."
Aiden,
Oh,
it's not
Denmark,
Aiden
right, that's
reads
what's the difference.
the TikTok comments. He's probably the only one besides like Radstads who edits them. He'll just read them and be mad. And he'd be like, "Dude, these guys are so fucking stupid."
They
and I'm
are.
like, "You're
They are.
wasting time."
Clip this and put it on TikTok, Rad
Don't
Stats.
do that.
You guys are miserable. I don't know what is going on TikTok where everybody is so pessimistic about everything, but the comments are just a nightmare on every single video.
Why-
Radstats is animating this right now over your head. please put dumbass alert
Please-
or
It's
something.
so meta right now.
Blame me, because I feel like the joke used to be like YouTube comments. Our YouTube comments are great. Now TikTok comments are my least favorite
All right,
thing.
Radstats, I'm reaching up. I'm grabbing one of the words.
now it's next to his head.
I'm throwing it in.
Now it's over at Aiden. What's
Aw,
he say?
man.
Oh, he broke it in
I
half.
hate you. I hate you, TikTok. You're miserable.
Raz is gonna try
We're
to
gonna-
double
we're gonna
this.
blow up.
This
You
is not on TikTok. There's no way.
This is going on TikTok.
I mean,
TikTok man!
It's got 30 views. is what
No,
I
it's
mean.
blowing
That's
up.
fine. That's fine.
No.
It'll blow up.
Fine.
We don't know the
I'll
algorithm.
over under.
When I was in college, me and my roommate tried to get rid of a couch. And the thing is, in the town we were in, they did like a spring cleaning pickup where they could take something. But
Trying so hard not to say anything.
go ahead if you think it's funny. And so we're in college, and we had just figured out this thing called
Fire.
right. Weak.
That's
I'm like the mole guy in Austin Powers,
Molly.
but I'm old and he can't stop himself. So anyway, we're trying to get rid of this couch, and the thing is, it's just too wide. They have a limit on what you can like put on the curb that they would take. And so we're like, well, we got to chop this couch in half.
Like we chopped up Ted Nivison.
Yeah, and so I go to the store and I buy an axe, and I'm like, all right, brother, let's get
What
to
a
it.
bad tool.
Well, no, boy, before that, we were trying to like cut it in half with like tools that we had available
like a
to
saw?
us.
Did you have a saw?
We didn't have a saw because we're just in college. We're college because we had like a steak knife, and so we start there. We try to like rip it,
That's crazy.
and then we find out that there's like wood, which is like we can get through the wood, but then
Yeah.
there's like metal because it's like
Right.
part of it's metal. It's like this old grandma couch looking thing, and so we spend the entire night in the front of the street. Just like trying to punch this couch in half, and my roommate, he's like,
Fuck.
dude, he was so impressionable. He was the kind of guy who did every time he like saw a movie or saw something, he instantly was like, I'm that now. And he was taking like Tai Chi at college, like as an elective. And dude, he literally was like, hold on, and I'm not kidding. He was like, I got this. And he was like gathering his energy.
Oh my god.
To like
Holy
gather his
shit.
energy in a ball to like punch this piece of wood of the couch in half so we could eventually break it into two pieces. and it didn't work.
Dude, the homies that go out to punch the couch in half with you, those are your day one.
If that
real
guy
ones.
did it though, you would
Is
never
this-
forget
is
it.
this
No, it would, and he didn't. He punched it, and he was like, "Yeah, it's too much,
He has
bro."
met someone in his life where he's punched it and it worked.
Is this also the ninja guy?
the ninja
The
guy.
ninja
The guy
bathroom?
ninja
No,
training?
different.
That would be
way.
insane.
He would
Yeah.
be down though. He messaged
Yeah.
me. He was like, "I'm glad that was the only story, and it was just me being Shinobi in the shower."
Yeah.
But anyway, we go and get an axe. I'm like, "This'll help us." And it felt like a fucking Always Sunny episode because we're just out. It's like 2 a.m. We're just like, and we're like taking turns, so we're getting tired, and it just doesn't work. And we leave it out there. We're like, it's mostly in half. Maybe they'll take it, and they didn't. And then we had to pay to come get it retrieved.
You know what I did is I had to move out from Arizona to California. I had a bunch of shit that was way too big to fit because I rented a car. I rented a Toyota Corolla, which doesn't fit that much.
Not the Porsche.
No, I did not have the Porsche.
No, it was a
money.
lime green Corolla.
Yeah,
Oh.
it was hot.
Same guy.
And what I did is I was like, I don't have anyone to give this mattress to because no one's taking it. I managed to give most of my the rest of my shit away. I put it in the hallway, just there, lazy as fuck. I went away for an hour, came back, someone took it already.
Wow.
yeah.
That's huge.
That quick of a turnaround.
When
Bed bugs acquired.
People are vultures because if you don't know, college towns, the exact week where they move in or move out, it's like you get free shit.
Yeah, it's
so
insane.
much free shit.
It's actually
And people
insane.
know about that, so they're scouring.
you just camp the dorms.
yeah.
Yeah.
when we lived in the piss and shit house, so this house is legendary for having generations of smashers who are like average at the game living there, and so like before I lived there and before the people before me, there were smashers there, and now after us, there are still smashers.
It is
there.
like an unofficial frat house with no organization at all,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
still like a system.
It's insane. And well, when I lived there, our garage when I moved in was full of shit,
Dude.
and it was just like an antique store where you go in and you're just like, or it's like more like an estate sale where you go in and it's just like, whose shit is this? And no one knows. Everyone's like, I'm not sure. Like it's just always been here. Like there was like 3 couches in the garage and like no one knew whose they were. And we like one of them was like the last tenant, but before that, I don't know. It was like 2 others. We don't. They've always been here.
Yeah.
And I was always just like, that's so degenerate. Like, don't they want their shit? And then 3 years later, I move out and I've got a lot of shit in the garage. And I was like,
No.
They won't
I don't
know.
have room in my car.
They
Dude,
won't know.
You are a piece of shit. You know why? I'm so glad you brought this up. I cleaned out the house today. I ordered a dumper to the house
Here?
and cleaned out shit. I threw away a box because it was a box. I was like, "Oh, that's your stuff. Why didn't you mark it?" And you're like, "Oh, that box." Well, it's kind of like a bunch of people's stuff. It had
Oh.
it had 3.5 Xbox
Wait,
360s
wait.
in there.
Can I tell the story of where this box came from?
Yeah, well, let me just name what's in there. 3.5 Xbox 360s.
What is
Uh-huh.
half an Xbox?
I
It's
think
exactly what it
visual.
sounds like.
Oh,
There's
oh.
only half of it
wa-
in there.
So it was my modded Xbox that the
Oh,
the,
That you
right,
have to
yeah.
keep the shell
the
open.
shell was
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked
and then
about it.
a bunch of Christmas lights, a megaphone, a laptop from like 2011, and then like a GameCube controller with like half the buttons on it.
I remember when we moved in, Nick looked at the garage as a vehicle to just put shit in that would never be used.
It's the same. Anyway,
Isn't that everyone in the world?
I'm breaking
No.
this. No, well,
The garage is where you put shit that you don't use very often. Is that everyone in the world?
Not very often and never are 2 different things.
There's an Obama cutout in our garage.
yeah, but that's hype. Like,
Yeah.
it's
What's funny
funny.
is we've
it's not
used
junk.
We
Him.
use
We've
him.
used him.
Are you saying Obama's junk?
I'm not saying that. That is not even close to what I'm
Because the
saying.
federal
Maybe you'd
government is
prefer
already.
if it was a Trump cutout.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
is that true?
What about half of a car's bed?
Evading
How
the
about
question.
that? That's in there.
That's legendary.
Yeah.
That had news articles.
Fuck you!
Have you
That's
ever had
from
that?
a movie.
Hey, a JTAG Xbox 360. That's legendary.
I threw
There
it
wasn't
away.
a New York Times
That's
article about
fucked.
it.
I threw your box away.
That's fucked.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but I did it, and it's in a junkyard now.
You should have asked me.
I should have asked you,
That-
but I asked you before, and you were like, "I don't know. It's a bunch of different stuff," and now it's gone forever.
That's okay.
He's
I'm
upset about
sorry.
the Christmas lights the most.
I can get you more Christmas lights.
I'm upset about my Xbox save files.
Really?
That's what I'm upset about. But it's okay.
I can get them
ultimately.
back. I can tell the guy,
I mean, that's a lot. of work.
Wait, who's the guy?
The dumpster guy.
the dumpster guy.
What? What are you gonna tell him?
Hey, there's a box in there. Don't throw it away yet.
Oh, it's not thrown away yet.
I mean, maybe.
Okay. I thought you meant like the guy who picks up the dumpster and then he would like go to the plant like Toy Story 3.
Because I don't know what's in there, I can refuse to be mad.
Okay.
Because I can just besides the Xbox, because I can just be like, well, there's nothing,
Yeah.
and I'll never know if I'm wrong.
You'll never know.
Isn't
And
that
that's
nice?
fine.
Hell yeah.
What was I gonna say though? The way that box came to be was so the piss and shit house was always just a fucking disaster.
Mhm.
Every corner of the house was just like a different type of problem.
Mhm.
And at some point, people would decide to clean, but there was just too many things to account for to clean up that you like didn't know where they went. Like like 3 Xboxes. Like if they're on the floor and there's no room on like a media console, like where do you put them? So at some point, I think maybe Neeper just got a basket and just put it in the corner of that house and just started putting shit in it. And every time someone
Oh.
would clean up, they would put shit in the box. And eventually, like, half the shit was mine. Like, I don't own 3 Xboxes. They're not all mine.
Was the megaphone yours?
The megaphone was mine. Yeah. You know where that megaphone
we'll get
came
you back.
from?
We'll get
You
another
know where that
one.
megaphone came from? When I was in high school or maybe middle school. No, it was high school. When I was in high school, some guys in my school started a fight club. And they would all meet at this guy Christian's house, and we'd go in his garage, and then there'd be a big circle of people, and then someone would be like, yeah, you two have to fight now.
What's the megaphone for?
Announcing rounds.
Just for showmanship.
and it was just for showmanship.
It's
Yeah.
officiating.
And I might have pictures of this somewhere that I can go.
Did you ever scrap?
yeah, did you ever fight?
Yeah. I got in one fight. I won my one fight
How'd you win it?
by punching the other guy more and harder than I was punching.
Wow.
But the
Shit.
thing was, they would always pick people who were equal size. Like,
Yeah.
like they'd be like, you two, and if you didn't do it, everyone made fun of you.
It was
So,
a
like,
good
I
matchup?
got like bullied into fighting someone. I think I was favored. I was same everything. I had but like 3 inches on him.
You had to take off your glasses though. You're blind out there.
Dude, back then, I think I wasn't. No, I was wearing glasses. I think I was less blind because I
Mm.
recently went like a full negative number down, and I'm fucking blind now.
Yeah.
But
you-
people watching, I'm like -3.5. People watching, they'll be like, "Ugh, you're not blind." In the glasses community, I'm like, it's like stolen valor.
Are you gonna get LASIK ever?
And I'm terrified.
Really?
why?
Yeah,
They
'cause-
just cut into
the
your
conse-
eyeball
the
with a
consequences
laser.
are
You know what?
scary.
It's just a laser cut
You know what
into your
fucked
retina.
me up was that I had a friend who got it, and he's like, "Yeah, you smell it." I'm like, "What? Smell what?" He's like, "Your burning eye. You get to smell what your eyes smell like when they burn."
So wild.
And I was like,
Speaking of smelling
crazy.
burning,
That's sick.
sodapoppin burns his pubes
Why?
Really?
"With fire or with nair?"
with fire.
what?
He burns his pubes with fire.
Wait, burns us in a practice?
As in, he'll like take a pube and burn it, and it'll burn to the end and then fizzle out.
Yeah, I did that all the time with my friends. He sounds great.
He's very interesting.
That's fun.
My first words to sodapoppin, by the way, you didn't finish your junkyard garage story, but real quick, he was staying at our place, and my first interaction with him was me farting,
Mhm.
and then he immediately walks into the area, and I was like, oh no, I farted in front of the guest, and he looks at me, he's like, that's all right, I'm going upstairs to poop now,
yeah.
and then I said, my man.
it was incredible.
Can you tell the soda pop and mango story? Because I have a follow up.
Oh God, Mango hates sodapoppin.
Why?
Mango hates sodapoppin.
Mango hates soda poppin'?
Yeah. Because they hung out a couple years ago. Because Mango knew Reckful,
Okay.
and Reckful obviously knew Soda, and so they were Reckful's like introducing them, and then Mango attests to this day that Soda big dogged him. You know, Mango's
Mango
like,
does not like
Mango's like,
getting
hey,
big
what's
dogged.
up? And Soda was like, you know, whatever. And Soda's actually a very sweet person. An example of this is last night, Milena was drunk as hell at shitcamp, wasted, mixed too. He was the one who'd like check in on them because like they kept jumping into a pool, which is like terrifying when drunk people are in a
Yeah.
pool. So he was checking in on them. They threw up. He's the one who took care of it. He tried to hit up Nick, Milena's girlfriend. He was like, nah, I'm sleeping. And so Soda's like, all right, I'll do it. And then-
She'll be fine.
yeah, so he did it. He took care of her. He was
Nick,
that's basically what he did
Melena's
the whole night.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Boyfriend is what
Yeah.
it means. Or
Oh,
girl.
boyfriend, yeah. And Soda, apparently Big Dog Mango. I told Soda about this, and he's like, "What? No, I would never." 6 months later, we were hanging out. He's like, "Man, I still think about Mango sometimes. Like, I feel so bad."
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, he feels terrible.
My follow up to this was so me and Aiden met him in Texas.
Soda
and-
popping.
Soda poppin'. And we met a lot of people that night. And I sort of was like getting this value system of like, okay, I'm meeting people and I can tell if they're drunk or not. And like, I'm basically evaluating like, so I just met him that night. He was very nice. Me and Aiden both talked to him for quite a while. But he was kind of drunk, and later, when I knew all these people were gonna come over for shit camp and stay at our house for a little bit, I had to think about who do I need to introduce myself to, like for the first time again. Like, who should I not go up to and be like, hello again? Because they're not gonna fucking remember me,
Right.
Because I met them so briefly or whatever the reason, right? So with him, it was kind of this like coin flip, and I was like, I talked to him for like a while, but he big dog Mango. I don't think he's gonna know who I am. So I was like, I'll avoid it. I'm like, I'm gonna completely avoid it until I have a better time, because I was like early in the morning or whatever. I was like leaving the house, so I did the thing where I walked the long way.
I love walking the long way, dude.
So in our house, you can walk like the way that literally forces you to see every person in the house before you leave. It goes by every major public space in the house. Or you can go the long way.
I heard you do that, by the way.
So, or you can go the long way.
I heard you exit the front door with Lexi going the long way.
So
I was like, wow.
I go the long way, and I'm like rounding, and I'm like, I check the guest bed, no one's in there. I see Minecraft sheets, they're ruffled up, someone's awake. I'm like, good, no, I can get out of the house. I go up, and Soda's coming up the stairs, and I'm like, the one fucking person that I was like, so I walked out, but then he says something first. He goes, "Oh, great to see you again," and I was like,
He didn't say your name.
he didn't say my name. He didn't say my name, but he
Great to see you again, Nick Ferchillo from the yard
but he
at Falco on Twitter.
He instantly recognized that we had met before.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, I love this guy. And 2, I didn't get big dog like Mango.
You did not get big dogged.
Well, did Mango get big dog?
I can totally imagine that Soda did not give Mango a great reception, and this was like, because I mean, how many people like Soda has been as big of a streamer as I am, but for like three times as long.
He's like a ancient streamer man.
You know, I don't think I've had an interaction with anyone where I've big dogged them, but I'm sure someone could have left that impression.
Interesting.
I do.
Have you been big dogged by Ludwig? Call the law offices.
If you or a
of
loved
slime
one
and-
has been big dogged by Ludwig
You may
Anders.
be entitled to compensation.
Yeah, that's possible.
I do hate the coin flip of meeting people in those scenarios and then figuring out if they remembered you or not, because I'm down to just run the bit of meeting you for the first time again, but I just hate when you do decide to make that happen
And they remember
and
you.
then they remember you, because
Oh.
it feels bad. I did that with S-Fan, actually.
Really?
Yeah, at bowling, because I reintroduced myself because we talked for such a short period of time at the party that I met him at the first time, and he remembered that we had met. And I was like, fuck, man, because like I don't want to see.
Why not just like not? Why not just not introduce?
There's
Like, why not just be like, yo, what's up, man?
there's no optimal play, because when you meet a new
No,
person,
there
you
is.
want to introduce yourself.
Yeah,
The optimal play is to go, hey, what's up? We like very briefly met back in Texas, if you remember. What's up? It's nice to see you again. And they can be like, oh, I don't remember. Or
I
"Oh,
feel
what's
like
up?"
you risk bombarding this person with such a lengthy intro.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's
You
too
go
bad.
you go up and you're like, hello. So this one time we met this one time, and
The way he did it was very simple, and I think that's fine. I just say, yo, sup, dude.
yeah, you're Ludwig,
Yeah,
dude.
you're a fucking joke.
Everybody
Fuck you.
You can't do
Nobody
What? I
likes
didn't
you,
know
and
this.
we're
That's a different
tired
end
of
of
you.
a social paradigm.
Me?
Fuck you.
That happened with Seer. Like I didn't introduce myself to him because I just kind of like walked down that one morning and I just saw everybody while you guys were streaming. But then when he left to shit camp, he said it was like nice to meet you, and I was like, well, in my head it's like we already met, but I don't mind. It's like he was wasted at that party. We didn't really talk. Like we exchanged like really basic pleasantries. Like that's not strange.
And
to me.
your Uncle Jack and It's Always Sunny saying, nice to meet you. And then he just
and
leaves.
then I look at my hands and I'm like, they're pretty big. You know? So I think I just hate the little coin flip, but you get past it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
not
it's
the
not
worst
like a
interaction.
big
Anyway,
deal.
the crux of the matter here is that streamers are just pretty normal.
And on the
you guys
topic,
chill?
are they normal? How's shit camp been? Awesome stuff.
It's been really fun. I
Who's
think.
weird?
No one's particularly weird. I think everyone's pretty normal off cam. Like the activities we were doing off stream, it was playing Marco Polo
Oh,
in the pool,
Okay.
and then doing
That's
You,
water-
you guys
that's
play
water
colors?
polo.
You guys play
That's-
colors?
No, what is that?
You ever play colors in the
I
pool?
don't know that.
All right, real ones know. So colors is like
I
there's
thought he
one,
wasn't gonna explain.
there's one person
Yeah,
there's one person outside the pool, and everyone has to think of a color, and the person outside the pool starts naming colors. And your goal is, if they say the one you're thinking of, you have to silently get to the other side of the pool. And if they think they hear someone leave, they turn around.
Oh, I think I have
Yeah,
played this.
it's like
and
Fall
then,
Guys.
and then-
Yeah.
but if no one's left,
It's like
they have to step further from the pool.
it's like red light, green light, right? Kind of.
I kind of, yeah.
Yeah,
Same type of
we
game.
It's also like there's a game called Movies, where it's just like you think of a movie, they have to start naming them, and if it's yours, same game. Just
that sounds fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that does sound fun. We played Marco Polo and then Chicken, and then we watched like the Squid Game, which I think was like,
This is just a sleepover.
40% of American summers,
That's
know.
pretty
Yeah.
cute.
It is cute.
That's
I
what
like
I
that.
did. That's what I did in high school.
It felt like a sleepover. Is
Yeah.
actually how I was gonna word it. There wasn't anything particularly weird about it, except Casey Tron like double fisting doobies in the background.
That's
yeah, well,
awesome.
sometimes you gotta roll all that wood.
That rules.
The only difference is all problems can be alleviated with the Ludwig method, and they all implement it in some way. Where it's like,
Yeah.
like they made like a big fucking mess or anything. I was like, all right, we'll just, we'll pay for that. And they can just do that at any point. And so that's like the suggestion a lot.
Dude, but the cloud couch, that's a big Ludwig method.
And you know whose name is on that Airbnb? Cutie Unders.
Hey, if you guys like what I'm wearing today, shitcamp merch.
we gotta pay for that bit.
Shitcamp.gg, that helps pay for it. But it has been really fun. I will say one person's been pissing me off.
Who's that?
I'll tell you in the bonus app.
She.